If you're over 60 and you've noticed that your muscles aren't as strong as they used to be, that climbing the stairs feels a bit harder, or opening a jar requires more effort than it should, you're not alone. In fact, muscle loss after 60 is so common, doctors have a name for it, sarcopenia. But here's the good news. I'm going to show you one simple breakfast food that may help you fight back. And I'm not talking about expensive supplements or grueling gym routines. This is something you probably already have in your refrigerator. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this food is so powerful, and more importantly, how to use it to maintain and build stronger muscles after 60. Welcome to the channel. I'm Dr. Alex Mandell, and I've spent years studying how aging affects our bodies and, more importantly, what we can do about it. Let me start by painting a picture of what's happening in your body right now. After age 30, adults naturally lose about 35% of their muscle mass per decade. But here's where it accelerates. Once you hit 60, that rate can double or even triple. This isn't just cosmetic. This is functional. Lost muscle means reduced strength and mobility, increased fall risk, which is a serious health concern for older adults' slower metabolism, which can lead to weight gain, greater susceptibility to injury and illness, loss of independence. Now, there's a question I hear all the time in my practice, Dr. Mandell, isn't this just a normal part of getting older? And my answer is, it doesn't have to be. Research from the Journal of Applied Physiology has shown that people who maintain adequate protein intake and engage in resistance activity can preserve or even build muscle mass well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. The key is giving your body the right building blocks, and that's where our breakfast food comes in. Before I reveal the specific breakfast food, I need to explain why protein is so crucial. Let me break this down in a way that makes sense. Your muscles are primarily made of protein. When you consume protein, your body breaks it down into amino acids. These are like the building blocks of life. One amino acid in particular is absolutely critical for muscle health, leucine. Now, here's the interesting part. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using amino acids. A 65-year-old needs significantly more protein to achieve the same muscle-building response as a 25-year-old. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that older adults need approximately 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily compared to 0. 8 grams for younger adults. That's a 50% increase in protein requirements. But it's not just about eating more protein, it's when you eat it that matters. Studies from McMaster University show that distributing protein throughout the day, particularly at breakfast, triggers something called muscle protein synthesis. Think of it like this. Your muscles are constantly breaking down and rebuilding. Muscle protein synthesis is the process where your body rebuilds muscle. If you eat all your protein at dinner and skip breakfast, you're missing out on a critical window of opportunity to rebuild muscle throughout the day. But if you start your day with a high protein breakfast, you jumpstart this rebuilding process right from the beginning. So what is this powerful breakfast food I've been talking about? It's eggs. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Eggs? Really? What about the cholesterol? Let me address that right now, because this is important. For decades, people were told to avoid eggs because of their cholesterol content. But modern research has completely changed our understanding. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition analyzed data from over 2.4 million people and found that egg consumption is not associated with increased risk of heart disease. In fact, eggs contain lecithin, which actually helps your body manage cholesterol. So let's put that myth to rest. Now, why are eggs specifically so powerful for muscle health after 60? Let me give you the numbers. A single large egg contains 67 grams of complete high-quality protein, all 9 essential amino acids, including 1.3 grams of leucine, only 70-80 calories, choline, which supports brain and muscle health, lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that protect your vision. But here's what makes eggs truly special: the quality of their protein. Eggs score a 100 on the protein digestibility corrected amino acid score, the gold standard for protein quality. This means your body can absorb and utilize virtually all of the protein in an egg. Compare this to other common breakfast foods. Oatmeal has only 10 grams of protein and lacks some essential amino acids. Toast and jam has almost no protein. Even a glass of milk only has 8 grams of protein. Eggs are the gold standard for breakfast protein. Now, I don't just want you to take my word for this. Let me share several peer-reviewed studies that demonstrate the power of eggs for muscle health in older adults. Study number 1, the egg protein study researchers at the University of Illinois compared the muscle building response between young adults and older adults who consumed either whole eggs or egg whites. The key finding, older adults who consumed whole eggs showed significantly greater muscle protein synthesis compared to those who ate egg whites alone. This is because the egg yolk contains additional nutrients including choline and fat-soluble vitamins that enhance protein utilization. The whole egg is better than the parts. Study number 2. The Leucine Threshold study research published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition revealed that older adults require approximately 53 grams of leucine per meal to maximize muscle protein synthesis. How many eggs do you need to hit that threshold? About 3 large eggs, which provide around 3.9 grams of leucine. This is a realistic amount for breakfast. Study number 3, the long-term follow-up A study tracking 215 participants over 60 years old for 2 years, found that those who consumed eggs daily as part of their breakfast maintained significantly more muscle mass compared to those who consumed low-protein breakfasts. The egg-consuming group also reported better energy throughout the day, reduced afternoon cravings, and snacking improved strength and mobility. Study number 4, the Strength and Independence study, perhaps most importantly, research from Tufts University showed that when adults over 65 combined adequate protein intake with resistance training, they were able to gain 3 pounds of muscle per year, completely reversing the typical pattern of age-related muscle loss. And protein quality matters. The high-quality protein from eggs was significantly more effective than plant-based proteins alone. The bottom line from this research, eggs are one of the most efficient, most cost-effective, most accessible ways to provide your aging body with the exact nutrients it needs to maintain muscle. Now that you understand the science, let me give you practical guidance on how to implement this. Guideline number 1, how many eggs? Based on the research I mentioned specifically about hitting that leucine threshold, I recommend 23 eggs per breakfast for adults over 60. This provides approximately 21 grams of protein, which is ideal for kickstarting muscle protein synthesis. Now, if you have specific health conditions like diabetes or cholesterol concerns, I recommend consulting with your physician. But for most healthy older adults, this is safe and effective. Guideline number 2, the best cooking methods. The cooking method matters because some methods can damage the delicate proteins. Here's what I recommend. Best, poached or soft-boiled. These gentle methods preserve the protein structure. Great, scrambled. The mixing doesn't damage protein quality significantly. Good, fried, or baked. Perfectly acceptable, though higher heat can slightly reduce bioavailability. Avoid overcooked. Hard-boiled eggs left too long may have slightly reduced protein quality. Honestly, don't stress about the cooking method too much. Any way you prepare eggs is better than skipping them. Guideline number 3, pairing your eggs for maximum benefit. While eggs are powerful on their own, you can enhance their muscle building benefits by combining them with complex carbohydrates like whole grain toast or oatmeal for energy and nutrient absorption, vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, or mushrooms for micronutrients, and fiber healthy fats like avocado or olive oil for satiety and nutrient absorption. A sample breakfast might look like 23 eggs scrambled with spinach, whole grain toast, and half an avocado. That's roughly 25 grams of protein, around 400 calories, and it keeps you satisfied until lunch. Guideline number 4, frequency matters. I recommend eating eggs at least 45 times per week. This ensures consistent amino acid delivery to your muscles, supporting ongoing muscle protein synthesis. Some research suggests daily egg consumption is safe and beneficial, but even a few times per week can make a significant difference compared to never eating them. Guideline number 5, Don't rely on eggs alone important. Eggs are a powerful tool, but they're not magic. For optimal muscle maintenance after 60, you also need resistance training 23 times per week. This provides the stimulus for muscle building, adequate sleep. This is when muscle repair actually happens. Protein at other meals too. Aim for 20-30 grams of protein per meal. Spread throughout the day. Regular physical activity, both strength training and cardiovascular activity, but eggs are a cornerstone. They're the easiest, most effective, most affordable way to start. Before we wrap up, I want to address some concerns I hear frequently. Concern number 1, but what about cholesterol and heart disease? As I mentioned earlier, recent larger-scale studies show eggs don't increase heart disease risk. In fact, some research suggests regular egg consumption may even have protective benefits. The cholesterol in eggs is dietary cholesterol, which has a minimal effect on blood cholesterol compared to saturated and trans fats. If you have specific cardiovascular concerns or are on cholesterol medication, discuss egg consumption with your doctor. But for most people, eggs are heart healthy. Concern number 2, what if I don't like eggs or I'm allergic? This is fair. Egg allergies do exist and some people genuinely don't enjoy eggs. If this is you, here are alternatives with similar protein profiles. Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, protein powder, lean meats like turkey or chicken breast. The key is getting adequate protein. Eggs are just the most convenient and cost-effective option for most people. Concern number 3, how long before I see results? This is important to address because muscle building is a gradual process. You won't wake up with massive changes after 1 week of eating eggs. However, research shows week 12, you may notice increased energy and better appetite regulation week 34. Strength may start to improve, especially with resistance training week 8-12. Measurable muscle gains become visible and noticeable in daily activities. The key is consistency. It's the daily choice to eat a protein-rich breakfast that compounds over time. Let me share a couple of examples from my practice to show you what's possible. Example number 1. Margaret, age 67, Margaret came to me complaining that she could barely carry her grandchildren. Her strength was declining and she felt like she was aging faster than her peers. We made one key change. She started eating 23 eggs for breakfast every morning, along with implementing a gentle resistance training program twice a week. Within 12 weeks, she reported noticeably improved strength. Within 6 months, she could carry her grandchildren comfortably. At her 1-year checkup, her muscle mass had increased by 2 pounds, something she never thought possible at her age. Example number 2, Robert. Age 72, Robert was concerned about his falling risk. He'd had some close calls and didn't want to end up injured. Like many men, his breakfast used to be coffee and a bagel. We increased his protein intake with eggs at breakfast and also added lunchtime protein sources. Beyond the improved strength, Robert reported better energy, steadier blood sugar throughout the day. And importantly, he felt more confident and less fearful about his physical abilities. That confidence change is huge for quality of life. So here's what I want you to take away from this video. If you're over 60, your body needs more protein, significantly more than when you were younger. Eggs are one of the most powerful, most cost-effective ways to meet that protein need. A simple change, eating 23 eggs for breakfast 45 times per week, can help you maintain or build muscle mass, increase strength, and improve your quality of life. This isn't a magic solution, but combined with resistance training and adequate sleep, it's a game changer. Now, I have a challenge for you starting tomorrow. Commit to eating eggs for breakfast 4 days this week. Pay attention to how you feel. Do you have more energy? Does your strength improve? I genuinely believe you'll notice a difference. And if you do notice a difference, I'd love to hear about it. Please leave a comment below telling me about your experience. Does this resonate with you? Have you noticed the benefits of protein at breakfast? If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. I create content regularly about aging well, strength, and living your best life after 60. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when I release new research-backed health tips. And remember, aging is not a disease, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to be smarter about your health, to make intentional choices, and to live stronger and more independently. This simple breakfast change is one of those intentional choices. I'm Dr. Alex Mandell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.